Well, hey there, everybody. It is Thursday, November the 20th, and I'm Chris Allen, and this is 270 Weather, weather for the 270 area code and beyond. Comments will display right here as we started this last night. So, welcome in. And those of you that have avatars and things like that, it'll pop up there. See, like that right there. That's that's the little thing that pops up on my Facebook page anytime I post something, and it automatically pops up and says, "Hey, if you'd like to support 270 Weather, there's a link there. You just click that link, and you're all in." But it's all entirely up to you. Okay, so weather headlines are running down at the bottom of the screen right now, and let me just say that um, this um, broadcast or podcast will be the last one I do for this week. Well, I'll just have to wait and see. Here's the reason why I say that. I'm taking a few days off. So I'm going to take tomorrow, Friday, and Monday off. And yes, I will be going out of town, especially tomorrow and Saturday. I may be back Sunday and Monday. It just depends. But anyway, I will not be on TV at News 40 tomorrow or Monday. But I could be back here sometime during the weekend, either Saturday night or Sunday night, to do another update, because I know a lot of you will be getting ready to travel. I mean, we're a week away from Thanksgiving, okay? So I want you guys to be able to have the latest information as far as Thanksgiving is concerned. So yeah, I'll try my best to do that. Maybe Monday night as well, even though I'm not going to be working Monday. Now, next week, Thanksgiving week, I'm only going to work Tuesday and Wednesday on television. And then I'm off Thursday and Friday, which is Thanksgiving and Black Friday. So off tomorrow and Monday, work Tuesday, Wednesday, then off again Thursday, Friday next week. I know it's a little crazy schedule, but I want some time off too if I can get it, and I try to squeeze it in, whenever I can. I know you guys try to do that as well, so it's all good. But anyway, regardless of when I take off or how long I take off, I will do my best to keep you guys updated and informed. So there you go. If you'd like to make a comment, just make one either on Facebook or YouTube, my YouTube channel, and it'll pop up right there on the screen. So far, there are no comments. But I know you guys, if I make a mistake during this podcast, it'll show up. It'll show up right here, and I'll see it. See, I've figured out a way to whether if you're trying to get my attention, I'll be able to see it right there. There you go. Okay. Here is the number one takeaway from this podcast as it pertains to Thanksgiving. Now, you know how I feel about the hype casting that has been going on. And I can tell you that ever since I wrote that article and posted it the other day, I have had meteorologists and broadcasters from all over the country that are like, thank you, thank you, thank you. Somebody needed to say it, and you said it. Thank you. And now it's being resonated all over the country. Not that I really started it, but I was one of the few that was out there going, look, we're not going to stand for this garbage that's being thrown out there. All this hype casting, all this doomsday, snowstorm, cold, whatever. And it hasn't stopped. And I honestly, I didn't think it was going to make it stop, but it did raise a lot of red flags, so much that some of the ones who are the egregious um, suspects, let's put it that way, are taking note. They're sitting up, taking note, and going, ooh. And then some of them are bold enough to go, we don't care about them. They're just upset that we're getting a lot of followers and we're not doing anything. It's not we put on there, it's not a real forecast. And I just brought up the point. Well, if it's not a real forecast, then why even post it? There's a reason, and it's for clicks, likes, and shares. And now that Meta, who owns Facebook and Instagram, and then Google with YouTube and X and all that, they now monetize. Or, in other words, they pay the content providers like me and like them who want to just throw up stuff there that's going to get a lot of attention. And therefore, the more attention they get, guess what? The more money they get. They get paid to do it. And here I am. I'm just trying to keep things right here in the middle of the road, not trying to stir up, anybody's pot. But, when I'm people like me who are trying to do this honestly and just sit here like at a kitchen table or something and have just a real conversation with all of you about the weather and use some logic and use some common sense while still exercising grace at the same time. People like us, though, have had it. It's like Kenny Rogers, coward of the county. After a while, the so-called coward of the county, well, he got right with the Gatlin boys, if you know the song. He had had enough of them picking on Becky, if you know what I mean. Well, that's kind of where I am, and that's kind of where those of us that are in the weather enterprise have had enough. We're just trying to keep things right. We're just trying to keep it where it should be. But when you have the ability to create these big, huge graphics and you just go, crazy with stuff, and then it's what I call drive-by forecasting. You can drive by, put out this forecast, call it not a forecast, and then when it doesn't validate, you're like, no harm, no foul. Really? How do you sleep at night? That's what I want to know. Goodness gracious. Okay, rant over. I just wanted to get that off my chest first and foremost this evening here on this November 20th, 2025 here at 6:55. Okay, now we're getting some comments and I'll go through those in just a moment. Right now, let's go to the stats for the day here in Bowling Green, Kentucky. And there you see it, a high of 57. What do you notice? What do you notice about that? Well, two things. One, the high temperature of 57 is right on the money as far as the normal high temperature for today, also 57. What's the other thing that you notice? Only 4 degrees separate the high and the low for the day. The low was 53 and we only made it up to 57. And that's because of the clouds and the rain. And that just kept temperatures from moving all that much, kind of like yesterday was. We did pick up 19/100ths of an inch of rain at the Bowling Green Airport, almost 2/10ths of an inch of rain. Some of you picked up a little bit more, others not so much. But there you go. That is your rainfall totals for the day. Now, before I move on and show you what's coming, let me just get our sponsor give them due diligence for the evening before we move on, and that's R&R Controls. And we've been talking generators for a while, but now I want to focus on heating and cooling, specifically heating. Why? Because, now listen to me, don't you tune out yet, because this is like commercial. Oh, he's got to get a commercial. Yes, R&R Controls, they've made it possible for all of this that you see. Thank you, Barry Connolly and company, and family, I should say. So yes, I'm going to give them their little space here. It's not a big space, but enough to tie it in with the weather. And here's why it ties in with the weather, because I'm about to tell you about some colder air coming while maybe you're having Thanksgiving dinner next Thursday. Now I've got your attention. And I'm not hypecasting. This is for real. Your heating and cooling system is probably maxed out. It's been through a drought this summer. You've probably not changed the filters like you should on a regular basis. I've made that mistake before, and it cost me lots of money. I don't want that to happen to you. So call R&R Controls and have them come out and check your HVAC to make sure that it's ready for the much colder air that's coming next week. Don't get ahead of me. Don't get ahead of me, because I've got a little twist to that forecast coming up. It's not what you think. But hang on. Is your HVAC ready for this? If it's not, or if you're not sure, and it's been a while since you've had just somebody to come out and check it, you need to go to their website, rnrhvac.com. Tomorrow being Friday, give them a call. The phone number's right up there at the top, 270-777-2024. Again, hit them on the website, rnrhvac.com, or call 270-777-2024 and set up an appointment and just say, hey, I just need somebody to come out and take a look. I'm not really sure that when I hit the heat, switch it over from cool to heat on the thermostat, that it's going to work like it's supposed to. Or it's been a while since I've changed the filter or had it changed. Well, you really need to give them a call, because they'll take care of that. Preventative maintenance is a big, big deal to R&R Controls. They don't want you to buy a whole new system unless it's just absolutely necessary. If they can rescue the system you have and keep it running, they will do everything within their power and expertise to keep it running. So please give R&R Controls a call or hit them up on their website. Get it taken care of, well, before Thanksgiving, which is 1 week from today. And yeah, hang on. Okay, just hang on. We're going to take a look at all this. So, as you've been seeing all over social media, it's all been about this, the coldest air. To read some of these, it's the coldest air that's ever hit this part of the country. Not only record-breaking cold, but a huge snowstorm. Apparently, is supposed to hit on Thanksgiving here in Kentucky. Well, let me just tell you right now, that is not the case. It's not the case. In fact, there's a little twist to that I'm about to tell you about. Now, let's show you. This is radar. This is the current radar here at just after 7 o'clock. And if you're just joining us, I've been on my little rant, so you missed that part. But if you'd like to hear it, you can, once I post this, you can go back and take a look at the rant. But anyway, so you caught me right here as I'm showing you the radar. We had some pretty good rainfall today, even a few rumbles of thunder. That is taking a little bit of a break right now. There's still lots of low clouds, as you see there on the satellite, and there's still a few showers that are out there. You see the front, which is just south of Bowling Green, and it's right there. So that front is going to eventually head north. Let me move this out of the way. This front is going to push northward tonight and very early tomorrow, and that's going to bring another surge of abundant moisture back into the area. Now, as this little front here becomes more of a warm front instead of stationary front, and that's where, it looks like this, and it's all red, that's indicate warm air. And as it moves into southern Kentucky, it is going to lift the moisture, which then it gets a little enhanced. It gets a little, unstable, but not that unstable, but enough to where you could hear some rumbles of thunder very early tomorrow morning. But I want you to hear me right now. Once you hear, and I know some of you are like, once you hear thunder in the middle of the night or early in the morning before sunrise, you're thinking severe weather. This is not going to be that. This is not going to be an up all night, pace the floor situation. It's going to be your ordinary garden variety general thunderstorms. Nothing severe. That's it. And we're going to bring back the rain, kind of the rain that we had today, light to moderate rain at times, and some rumbles of thunder. That's it. Okay. I'll even show you this. Hang on. Let me click a few buttons here. Turn that off. Turn this off. Go to the outlooks. Now, this is rainfall. Let me back this up. Rainfall outlook. Days 1 to 2, which would be tomorrow. For the most part, we're looking at almost an inch of rain in addition to what we've had. We now take this out to Saturday, which there will still be some rain early Saturday, but notice nothing changes. There's days today and tomorrow, and then here's today through Saturday. You didn't see anything change, did you? Well, now let's take it up days 1 through 5. So today, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. This is into the beginning of next week. Oh my goodness. Now it changed. Why? Because after we get through this round of rain, tomorrow night, ending Saturday morning, we get a break on Sunday. Sunday's going to be the best day out of the next 7 as far as sunshine and no rain. And temperature is not bad either. But then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the busiest travel day of the year, Wednesday, look at what happens. This is taking in what's happening today, tomorrow, and a little bit of Saturday, minus Sunday, but then adding in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Collectively, we're talking about right at 2 inches of rain or thereabouts. Let's go out 7 days, which would take us all the way to Thanksgiving, and you see the numbers go way down. That's because by next Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, rain chances are just about going to go away completely. But what will happen is colder air, and it's on its way. Let me show you, just to ease your mind about severe weather. Here is the outlook. This is for the rest of today. Here's tomorrow. None of this. This is all just your general risk. Your garden variety, thunder, lightning. Nothing severe. See, then it goes away. It's all gone. So I wanted to show you that to ease your mind, because I know when you hear rumbles of thunder in the middle of the night, you're thinking, oh, here it comes. No, no, not tonight. No, not at all. Okay. So hopefully that eases your mind. Okay, now let's take a look. And I'm about to get to the little twist here. Yeah. Here's a look at Kentucky Mesonet data, fresh as of 7:07 p.m. on this Thursday night. Temperatures are in the 50s. Remember, they didn't move much today. We had a high of 57, and we're still there practically, even right now. And the low was 53. 4-degree difference between the high and the low temperature today. And they haven't moved that much at all. What about rainfall? Well, since midnight, close to a 0.2 of an inch up at the Corvette plant, and then over a 1/4 inch of rain down at the Ag Expo Center. But right along the Tennessee border is where we had the most, over a 1/2 inch in Tompkinsville, 0.4 of an inch in Scottsville. You see Franklin over a 1/2 inch barely. But then look into western Kentucky. This is where the heaviest of the rains fell today. You've got almost an inch way over there in Hickman County, or Hickman, Kentucky, and Fulton County. But then look at this, 1.35 inches of rain today in Benton. That's in Marshall County. And then 1.5 inches practically in Trigg County at Cadiz, right there at the land between the lakes. And the rest of you picked up lighter amounts, but you're going to get more late tonight and throughout the day tomorrow into Friday night and ending Saturday morning. A lot more rain to come. Winds at the moment are looking a little light and variable. There's not much of a wind out there. Moisture content, the dew points are well into the mid and upper 50s, which is right where the temperature is. So there could be, until it rains again, some patchy fog late tonight, early tomorrow. Okay? All right, let's move on to the maps, and I'll show you day by day, all the way through Thanksgiving, what's going to happen. All right? So here's our, as I just showed you on the radar, our stalled front to the south, which is going to become a warm front and start to push back into southern Kentucky overnight. Here we go. There it is. So along that front, and this is midnight, along that front, warm fronts tend to lift moisture, of course. And once that happens, between the cool air and the warm air, you can get a little elevated thunder. This is not surface-based, like daytime heating, the sun heating up the surface of the earth, like happens in the spring and the summer most of the time and causes surface-based thunderstorms. These are more elevated. So you'll hear rumbles of thunder, but this is not the kind that's going to cause severe weather. So that's why I say this is not going to be a up all night, pace the floor thing. If you hear thunder, just don't worry about it. It's going to be just rain, thunder. The warm front kind of settles across parts of central Kentucky tomorrow morning, 6 a.m., rain and thunderstorms. And look, the front doesn't move all that much, even into midday tomorrow, and it's still raining and maybe some rumbles of thunder occasionally. And look at this. Here's 6 p.m. tomorrow evening, Friday evening. Look at the front. It stalls again. And the reason why is because we have these little waves of low pressure. There's one west, there's one northeast, and it's going to take this like a train takes on a track. You know, it's just going to flow northeast. And as it does, and as it passes by, it's going to wring out the atmosphere with more moisture. Here we go into Saturday morning, and finally, we get the front, some movement to the south of the Bowling Green area. Still some rain, I think, left over Saturday morning, but then we get a break Saturday afternoon into Sunday, dry. And look at this. This is Sunday morning. High pressure builds in. Sunday's looking like a beautiful day. We may start with a little fog in the morning, but that's it. Now let's go into Monday. Oh, well, look. High pressure moved east, and guess what happens? Here comes the next piece of energy. And now we're in to Thanksgiving week. Monday. Some of you may be getting ready to leave for wherever you're going, grandma's house or whatever, for Thanksgiving. And here comes another good piece of energy. I'll even bring out the maps a little more here so you can see a little of everything to see how this is going to work. So here is a good chunk of the central part of the country. Central Plains, Mississippi Valley, Ohio Valley, Tennessee Valley, with a series of low pressure systems and abundant moisture. Where is it snowing? Now I want you to follow me, because the twist is about to happen. Despite everything you've heard, everything that's been posted on social media as far as the hypesters, I'm about to bring it down on them. Okay. This is the system that we're watching, and the one that they have been watching when they're trying to say, here comes cold, bitter, 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 bitter cold, the worst cold ever, polar vortex, stratospheric warming is going to cause the worst cold ever, and snow for Thanksgiving in much of the Ohio Valley. There's a little flaw in your prognosis here. So let's watch. Okay, here is Monday. We get rain. Monday night into Tuesday, more rain and more thunderstorms. Here is that more Arctic system, big trough, yes. But you see there's snow, but snow mostly in the Rockies, and the northern plains. Okay, now we go to Wednesday of next week, the busiest travel day of the year. Here comes the trough. Oh my goodness. It looks so terrifying. Maybe I should have used big, colorful fonts to adequately just describe what is happening. Okay, hang on. Like I said, don't get ahead of me. So we still have rain, but here comes the cold air. So Wednesday, as everybody's traveling, pretty much the eastern half of the United States, wet and rainy. The only place that is going to get snow is northern Maine, and maybe a mix in parts of the Great Lakes, like up toward Lake Michigan, and then maybe northern Minnesota, northern Wisconsin. But it is going to get cold. All that's a cold northwest wind. Then you see snow back here in the, west side of the Rockies and parts of Washington, Oregon, but then it turns to rain on the coast because the air is warmer coming in with the water off the coast. All right, I'm about to show you Thanksgiving. Ready? Drum roll. Where is the bitter cold air and where is the snow? Anybody? It's going to be dry on Thanksgiving. It's going to be colder, but not all that cold. And I'm going to show you the numbers. Then I'm going to show you the twist. This is not even the twist. The twist comes after this. And I'll explain in just a moment. Here we go. Let me show you the numbers. And not just these numbers, these are the model blends, the blend of models. And then I'm going to show you some individual models and how they're all kind of coming together. So in the next few days, we're going to have a nice warm 72 tomorrow because of that warm front. Remember, I showed you the warm front that's coming in. That's going to bring the rain tomorrow and maybe some rumbles of thunder. So it's going to be much warmer tomorrow than it was today. Then once the cold front comes through, say late Friday night into early Saturday, it's going to cool us back down into the 60s, but this is still running warmer than normal. So here we go into Sunday, Monday with showers, Tuesday with showers and thunderstorms. Then look what happens on Wednesday. Again, busiest travel day of the year. I just showed you the big trough and the colder air coming in. So Wednesday we go from 57 to 31, but then the rain, the moisture is already gone. So as we get close to freezing, nothing happens. The moisture will be gone. It's not going to change to snow, despite what all those graphics that you've seen on the interwebs have shown you for days and days and days, possibly even weeks. Because there have been some in particular that I know 3 weeks ago was saying, oh, Thanksgiving, oh my gosh, OMG, big letters. It's not happening. Where are they now? Or are they gonna explain these things away? It's not a forecast. God. Okay, now look, here's Thanksgiving. A high of 47 and a low of 27. Now that's cold. But here's the twist. Look what happens after Black Friday. That next weekend, we go back into the 50s. This is where we're supposed to be for a high temperature this time of the year, 53. And we hit it by the 30th, November 30th, Sunday, November 30th, which just so happens to be my birthday. Oh, please. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. I hear some happy birthday. I see. Happy. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is that they were saying Thanksgiving, it was going to get bone chilling cold and snow. And then it's just on into the 1st of December. It's just going to be the coldest ever. Well, I don't see it. Do you see it? I didn't think so. Well, let's check another one. Here is what they love to take, the European model. Now, I know it's kind of maybe hard to see. Let me see if I can blow it up a little bit more. No, it's not going to let me. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so this takes us from today all the way. Now, here's Thanksgiving. You see there the little dip, and look at that 45 to 32 on Thursday, the 27th, Thanksgiving Day. But look what happens after that. It warms back up, even close to 60 degrees. But look, even with the cold air and some of it cold enough at night for snow, look, this is the precipitation bars, the little graphs that go up showing precipitation. Nothing there. It's all gone. It won't be there when the cold air gets here. Here's another way to look at it. Look at all this. Yes, it gets cold for Thanksgiving. In fact, Thanksgiving Day is going to be the coldest out of the next, 10 days or so? But so what? It doesn't last. Here we go back into the 50s, 60s, and even the 70s, ladies and gentlemen. It just blows my mind how they get by with this. And there's nothing to stop them. It's fine. It's fine. But I'm just telling you, do not believe these people. And please, Lord, help us all. Do not share their crap. It just makes it worse. And here we go. Look at this. This is right now. I want to show you the rain coming in for Monday. Here it comes. Watch it. Rain, thunderstorms Monday into Tuesday, and maybe a little left over on Wednesday. But look, here comes that big cold trough. This is the one that is just supposed to be so bad and carry so much snow with it that, oh my gosh, Thanksgiving is in peril. Well, let's look. Here we are, Wednesday the 26th. Now let's watch it. Here we go. From the 26th, Wednesday, moisture leaves. And right as the cold air starts to come in, we're still into Wednesday. This is Wednesday afternoon. The temperatures are forecast to fall from about the mid 50s and then start to fall by Wednesday night into Thanksgiving Day. So let's go into Thanksgiving Day. Oh, it's cold. Oh, it's cold. Cold. But where's the snow? Wait a minute. Now you're going into Friday and Saturday. Wait, it's getting warmer. What is happening? Where? Oh, their forecast is busted. Oh my gosh. Oh, you didn't. Okay, hang on. Now I see what you're to see. I saw where you're telling me. I didn't see that. Wait a minute. You missed all the dramatic parts. Here's the rain. Now let me make sure that this is where you can see it. Okay, good. All right, here I go. I'm going to do this again. Rain. This is Monday, Tuesday, into Wednesday. Here comes the cold air. See it right there. The 540 line is what we call it. High pressure, cold Arctic air, big plunge. Here it comes. So we're into Wednesday with falling temperatures. Blue means cold, red means warm. Here we go into Thursday, Thanksgiving Day. Yes, it turns cold, but as I was saying so dramatically a few moments ago, oh, where's the snow? Well, it's up in the Great Lakes. There's some in the Central Plains. This is Thursday into Friday. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, the red warm lines are coming back. What? Oh, no. Their forecast is busted. John Conley from Versailles, Kentucky. You know, John Conley did the rose-colored glasses. He also had a hit song about 1981. Says, I'm busted. Well, that's what happened to this forecast. It's been John Conley'd. That's the best I can do for you. So what I'm saying is, and I'm not trying to make this, I'm not trying to bring any kind of anything on myself. Oh, look at me. Don't look at them. Look at me. It's not about that. It's about parsing out the finesse of forecasting and having the experience to do this and to not hype it up. Because then, and I know this, everything just comes crashing down on you. And when you do this, when you do that kind of forecasting, it comes back to bite you. So if you're waiting for me to say it's going to snow on Thanksgiving Day, I'm telling you right now, it's a week from today. It's close enough to where I can safely say, no, it's not going to happen. Is it going to get cold? Yes. but only for a day or so. Maybe Black Friday when you go shopping, it'll be a little chilly. But after that, we're going to warm back up. That's the twist that they're not telling you. Yes, it gets cold for 1, maybe 2 days, and then it warms right back up. We go back into the 60s and 70s for the start of December, when they have been forecasting plunging Arctic temperatures, polar vortex, apocalypse. It's just not there. It's not there. Okay. A few comments. I'm seeing them there. Thank you all. Chad Hunt. Can't beat John Conley and Mr. Fuqua. I know, Chad, and when we talk about Mr. Fuqua, it's a little tongue-in-cheek kind of thing going on there. So thank you, Chad. That's funny. I appreciate you watching. Let's see. Tracy. Can't wait for more warm weather. Never believe the hype unless it comes from a very trusted source, for sure. But if it comes from a trusted source, it's not hype. It's authentic. It's real. So that's what I'm saying. Trust your sources, whoever it may be, even if it's not me. Sharon, Chris, you're the only meteorologist I trust. Happy birthday also. Well, thank you, Sharon. I appreciate that. Let's see. Get a few more in here. Junice Blair, is that okay? See why we listen to you. You tell him. You tell Adam now. Okay. Got you. Appreciate that. Let's see. Okay. Carolyn, just keep being who you are, always been, and those of us who have been watching you all this time will know that you're being honest and tell us what we need to know. Well, thank you, Carolyn. That's all I want to do, is just take care of you guys. And let me just say right here, I am going to be wrong sometimes. But when I'm wrong, I will tell you, I will own up to it. I will even, and I've done this, I've gotten on TV, said, folks, what I had predicted for today didn't come through. I'm sorry, I was wrong. Now, I was told a long time ago when I got into television, don't you ever do that again. Don't you ever go on television and tell them you're wrong, because then they'll turn the channel. If they think you're wrong, they'll watch somebody else. No, I think it's about being honest. When you're wrong, just admit you're wrong and move on. And that's what I've learned to do. We're going to get it wrong. And that's why sometimes, when we do get it wrong, it's forecasting. That's what forecasting is. Sometimes you get it right. Sometimes you get it wrong based on the data that you have, past and present. Past and present data together equals future forecasting. And that's how it's done. So every once in a while, once in a blue moon, I'll get it wrong. Ooh, there's another song. Everything I say reminds me of a song. Earl Thomas Conley. Once in a blue moon, I'll do something right. Those of you that love that kind of music, I love you guys, because that's my kind of music. Good old-fashioned country music. It's good stuff. All right. I've been on here long enough. Made my point. Hopefully you guys have been awesome. Thank you. I couldn't get to all the comments, but I see them there. I'll read them all. They're right there in front of me now where I can see them. And you can see them too. That's awesome. Okay. Again, I may not do an update tomorrow night because I'll be out of town and out of reach. And same goes for Monday, but I'll be back Tuesday, Wednesday of next week to get you ready for Thanksgiving. In the meantime, thank you for watching, and God bless.